number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is...
Hi, and welcome to Studio Time with Zach. My name is Zachary Rutter. I'm an artist based out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And speaking of Pittsburgh-based artists, this week's episode, we're focusing our attention on one of my favorite Pittsburgh rappers, Mac Miller, and the impact that he's had on my personal life and my artistic career. So this week, we're painting a custom pair of Mac Miller AirPods, and I cannot wait to get started. Let's pop this brand new case open and see what's inside. All right, the moment we've all been waiting for. Check these out. Oh man, what else does this stuff come with? Look how beautiful. Oh my goodness. So a lot of you guys don't know how big of a Mac head I am. I've been a huge fan of his since watching movies with the sound off. The biggest impact Mac Miller's had on my life is that his music was always there for me when I needed it most, at my happiest times and at my saddest. One really cool thing that happened to me that really inspired me to continue pushing forward with my art career was back when I was a student at Slippery Rock University. I didn't know what the future held for me, but I knew that art was there and Mac Miller was there. So you can see to the left of me, I have a portrait of Mac I did when I was 19 years old. I spray painted this painting in my dorm room. The entire floor smelled like spray paint. I was the RA, so no one was gonna yell at me, and anyone that complained to me, I just told them I was already being taken care of. A few months later, Mac Miller came to Edinburgh University, where my sister was going at the time. So I thought, wouldn't it be great to give him the gift of art? So fast forward to the end of the night. The moment I tried to give this painting to Mac, he insisted on autographing it and giving it back to me. Looking back on it, that was one of the coolest things that's ever happened to me. Can't vibe out and paint AirPods without a little Macadelic in the background. Everyone, if you've watched the show before, you know what time it is. It's time for the skeleton outline. As you can see, I'm using a fine point Sharpie, and once I'm finished with the outline of Mac, I'm going to go ahead and use some sandpaper to rough up the surface so that the paint can adhere to the surface a little better. We've got the skeleton outline finished, but before we move on to painting, you guys may be asking yourself, what is Zach gonna do with these AirPods? Can I have them? No, you can't. They are a present from my nephew, Landon. He has great taste in music thanks to his Uncle Zach, and he's just an all-around good kid. So my family and I decided we'd surprise him with a pair of AirPods and have them custom painted by his famous Uncle Zach, which he'll get a kick out of hearing that. I cannot wait for him to open these up on Christmas Day. I think he's gonna either love them or hate them. There's zero in between, and he's a tough critic. So let's get back to painting and make this look as good as possible so that he can love them on Christmas Day. My nephew's really gonna dig this. Just looking at the details so far, I think that the AirPod case was perfect with matching the white background of the Swimming album cover. I can't wait for Landon to see these. I think he's gonna lose his mind. And if he doesn't, I'm keeping them because they are awesome. And I am so happy with how it's looking so far. Now, before we officially finish these AirPods, I've got one more story to share with you guys about the history between me and Mac Miller. So, as all of you guys are aware, Mac passed away on September 7th, 2018. 2 days later, the city announced that there was going to be a candlelit vigil for Mac at Blue Slide Park. I was a maintenance guy back then, so I requested off just to go paint at the vigil. I arrived early at like 8 a.m., set up my easel, set up all my supplies, and started painting. Eventually, I'm sitting at this easel, painting with headphones in, and decide to take a break, stand up and stretch. And when I take my headset off and turn around, I'm surrounded by a sea of people there to support Mac, all watching me paint his portrait. I had a stack of Sunheart stickers this big that I just gave and said, pass them along, spread love. I'll never forget that experience. So my initial plan with that painting was to do an auction to raise money for drug addiction and substance abuse. But unfortunately, I was contacted by Mac's management team and was told that I can't actually do anything with that painting to make money, regardless of it being a donation. Instead, I asked, would it be possible to donate the painting? So what I did next was contacted Taylor Alderdice High School and asked them if they would be willing to take this painting and hang it in the halls of Mac's alma mater. They loved the idea and immediately said, yes, we'll take it. So it had to be approved by the entire school board, and they valued the painting at over $5,000. It was such a validating experience. Now, enough with the sappy stuff. Let's get back to the AirPods. We're just about finished. I think it goes without saying that Mac's music has had a ginormous impact on my personal life, on my art career, and on my relationship with my nephew. I'd be a very different person if I never found his music, and if you've never listened to his music, I highly recommend jumping into it. And hey, while I got your attention, comment your favorite Mac song or album. Whether it's off of Swimming or not, I'd love to hear what songs you guys are vibing to. My all-time favorite is ROS, but we're at the tail end, so let's finish up strong. Now that these babies are finished, it's time for some close-ups. Check them out. Sorry guys, just jamming out to a little Mac before I gotta let these puppies go. How cool are these things? Check them out. The smallest thing I've ever painted in my entire life, and I'm in love with them. All that's left to do is wrap these puppies up and get them ready for Christmas Day. I think Landon is gonna lose his mind when he sees them in person.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an expert on our hands.
Like a man. Oh wait, we'll give it one more added detail. Boom. Yeah. That's how you know it's from Uncle Zach right there.
Pretty sweet.
Open it.
Ooh, that's even sweeter.
Awesome, huh?
That is pretty sweet.
I can't lie to the people.
But I did a pretty good job.
Yes. It's time recording.
You get a new phone.
All right guys, as always, if you had fun, if you enjoyed yourself, and if you think you learned a thing or two, please like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with all the fun happening at Studio Time with Zach. And until next time, keep creating art. Bye. Happy holidays, guys.
Ready for this? A little bit of butter.
Good. I cannot believe I ripped my pants while I was working on this video. It's ridiculous.